Yeah, just don't do it. That's all you need to know. You clicked on this video, and now you know. Don't do it. What is it? Doesn't matter. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't snap shoot, okay? It's not archery. Honestly, I didn't even know I was doing that. I didn't even know there was a thing called snap shooting. Like, I think someone just like commented, maybe in one of my videos, like about snap shooting. Like, wow, you're so great at snap shooting. Snap shooting? No, snap shooting is for drunks and losers who ride the bus. And it was like, wow, I've never seen anyone snap shoot like that. Snap shooting? No, don't do it. No, it's ridiculous. Wow, you know, you got talent, you've got like a gift from God kind of thing. What kind of question is that? That's absurd. What? No, my mother's a saint. She was no snap shooter. Yeah, that's her in the news, drunk on the bus. Yeah, that's my mom. But she's not a snap shooter. Snap shooter. That's not even archery. You know, so the first thought was, I guess like a costume, like I would need to hide my identity. Like I try to explain to them, it's not my superhero name. I'm not the snap shooter. You know, for the protection of the people that I love. But they don't listen to me. Yeah, the bad guy guild's after me. Oh, the list is like, wow. There's Boomerang Boy. Who knew? Snap shooting would lead to this crazy dark world. Oh, Slingshot Man, the Cajun Asian. Yeah, don't get me started on this guy. It's just like, man, pick a genre, please. Yeah, they don't like it. They just try to nip it in the bud right away. Oh yeah, I mean it's outlawed in most countries down there. Yeah. I mean you can't even say the word. It's snap shooting. Like they'll cut your tongue out, cut your hands off if they see you do it. Okay, that's all you need to know about snap shooting. Zilch that. It's stupid and not worth your time. In all seriousness, I don't know what snap shooting looks like or is, or if that's what I'm doing, I'll just have to take your word for it. I need to see another example of it. I guess I'll do some research and look up some snap shooting videos and see what I come up with and get back to you.
Today I'm going to give you a few tips on how to improve your accuracy in snap shooting. And I know that may sound crazy. I don't even know that there's another video out there that specifically gives tips to being a better snap shooter. More times than not, we see videos telling everybody don't snap shoot. It's doing it wrong.
See? Don't do it.
Today we're going to be talking about snap shooting and the potential to use snap shooting, and sometimes even the thought of instinctive shooting, as a way of explaining our inability to hit targets well or to actually cover up some of our other mistakes.
And it's not snap shooting anymore, it's careless shooting. Now, Fred Bear considered himself to be a snap shooter, and I watched the video of him and he talking about it. He recommended that other people didn't try to copy his form.
See? Told you in the beginning. Don't do it. Just don't. It's stupid. Fred Bear said that. Not in so many words, but whatever. Don't do it.
guide our arrows home. The restless spirit forever roams. Fred Bear, walk with me down the trails again. Take me back, back where I belong. Oh, Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I'll join you on the big hunt before too long. Oh, Fred Bear, walk with me down the trails again.
Oh, hey, we're back. So we just saw the video of Fred Bear snap shooting. I think he's the best example of snap shooting that I've seen. The difference I noticed between Jeff Kavanaugh and Fred Bear is that I did not see Fred Bear pause whatsoever. It's a movement that doesn't stop. Jeff Kavanaugh, there was a stop and then a release. There's a obvious pause. Not saying that's not snap shooting, because maybe that is snap shooting, and maybe this isn't snap shooting. This is more like, I'm so fucking cool, I'm Fred Bear, I shoot like this. Actually, I couldn't find anyone else who shot like Fred Bear with like out pausing whatsoever, except, you know, yours truly. You know, not to be all arrogant or anything. I mean, it's just he's left-handed, I'm left-handed. You know, like, well, he was born in Pennsylvania, I was born in Pennsylvania. He's tall and skinny, I'm tall and skinny. So, you know, that's 3 for 3. So, boo, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, you know, hate all you want. You know, I'm built like Fred Bear. I was born where Fred Bear was born. And I'm left-handed like Fred Bear. So you can go suck an egg, man. And I shoot like him too. So what? What, you want to go outside? You want to take this outside? No, I'm not angry. You know, you didn't touch a nerve. No, just... I'm drunk. I don't know how it started. I was just looking back at my videos, and it happened sometime around December 2021. That's where I saw a transition in my video where I was holding, you know, for at least a quarter second. You know, you could definitely see my hand stop and then pull. Where now, there are times where I've watched recent videos where it just looks like my hand is going like this. Literally, I don't see it stop. I don't see it like, I just see this. A lot of times it's like a horrible pluck, but you know, that's what I see. It's a pause, maybe. I'm gonna try to explain it because I don't know. I didn't purposely try to start snap shooting. It's not like, ooh, let's start snap shooting today so I can be cool like the rest of the guys. No, it was, I think, combination of drawing back bows that were too heavy for me, and at the same time my shoulder getting more and more exacerbated, and it could be like one caused the other. Going up, moving up and draw weight caused my shoulder to exacerbate, and then lose power and range of motion, causing me to snap shoot, and that's what I think. Because at the end of it all, I had to take a break and stop archery because my shoulder was really aching. The only other thing I could think is there was a point where I was gap shooting. Yeah, when I first went out to the outside from indoors, I was gap shooting, definitely. I was looking at the point of my arrow, definitely was. Like when I brought my bow arm up and I brought it down and drew back, and when I used to hold, I looked at the point of my arrow, the tip. It's not like I was staring and focusing at just that. I was kind of going back and forth, maybe like a split vision. I definitely looked at the tip of my arrow and then looked at the target and then released. And I stopped looking at the tip of my arrow. I just skipped that step. And I think that also may have caused the snap shooting or been the cause. When I went back to hold, it's like I was holding purely just to glance at the tip of my arrow point before I would look back up at the target and then release. And it's like once I stopped looking at the tip of my arrow point for that split second, I stopped holding. It's like my brain connected the two. So I wasn't looking at that anymore, so my brain saw no reason for me to pause and hold, and just went straight to the release as I looked at the target. That's what I'm speculating. So, when I come back and I draw, easier when I get a bow. I come back and I draw. Before I even lift my bow arm, and I explained this in another video, I just look at the target. I look at the target, I aim small, whole psychology of just really pinpointing on a little spot, getting super, super small. Then I lift my bow arm up, and that focus on the target doesn't change. As I'm lifting my bow arm up, all I'm doing is just kind of passing through my vision, but I don't change my focus. So the whole time lifting my bow arm up and drawing back, I really have nothing I have to do except release that arrow. There's no real steps in my process except for draw the bow back, get my bow arm up, be in alignment, get to my anchor point, don't collapse, and pull back. Once I draw and get to anchor, I do try to expand, but the expansion kind of happens at the same time as I'm doing this. Right when I get to here and my elbow is going back like that, my hand is still getting pulled back into my anchor, and I kind of expand, and then right when my knuckle here, my thumb, hits the spot under my earlobe, it's where your jawbone connects to your under here, right in the hinge, it connects to your cranium. I have a little divot and it's a pressure point. And once right there, and the knuckle of my thumb hits that, it's almost like a clicker going off for me. And I think that's why I can't stop snap shooting. I'm so used to this pressure point being a clicker for me, because when I put any kind of pressure right there, it's a literal pressure point. It means painful, but not so painful you can't bear it, but there's a nerve there. It's not good feeling when I push on this. It's a slightly painful feeling on the nerve, and I think my brain just connects it to that pain. Go. It won't like let me sit there in this uncomfortable spot. Once I go back, and if I were to hold and transfer, I all I'm doing is like pushing more and more and more on that, and that's kind of like how I don't overdraw. It's like that point, that like amount of pain, it's like totally, it's like I can't describe it better than it's a clicker. It really is like my internal clicker. It's like, my arrow just passed through the clicker right there. I just can't help it. I pull. That makes any sense.